everyone. I hope you're doing okay. Okay, Unit 6 of English Vocabulary in Use, Advanced Level. Again, it has to do with work, and the title of this unit is Job Satisfaction. At work, job satisfaction. So, shall we get started, Maliha? Are you ready?
Yeah. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, let's get to it. Part A.
Aspects of aspects.
No, this is aspect.
Aspects of job satisfaction. What does job satisfaction mean? A feeling that your job is worth doing and fulfills you. Is it just having a pleasant workplace, or is it more than that? Workplace means the place where you work. Can a run-of-the-mill job be satisfying? Ordinary run-of-the-mill job means ordinary or not special or exciting job.
Thank you.
Okay, continue.
Okay. Now let's analyze this part, then go through next paragraph. So part A, aspects of job satisfaction. Aspects of job satisfaction. Aspect means, a different part of something, a situation, an idea, different, features that something has. Another word to it would be the word aspect. So aspects of job satisfaction, different parts, different features of job satisfaction. What does job satisfaction mean? So job satisfaction, a feeling that your job is worth doing and fulfills you. Satisfaction, as you guys know, is the noun form of the verb satisfy, and the adjective form is satisfied. When you're satisfied with something, it means that you're pleased with it, you're happy with it. A feeling that your job is worth doing and fulfills you. Again, fulfill here means it makes you happy. It makes you feel happy. Fulfills you. And note this word, is worth doing, okay? Worth is a noun, but if you're using a verb after that, it works like more of a preposition. We use the ing form of the verb after this word, worth. Your job is worth doing, not is worth doing. And fulfills you. Is it just having a pleasant workplace, or is it more than that? Workplace meaning is crystal clear, the place that you where you work. Can a run-of-the-mill job be satisfying? As Maliha said, the meaning run-of-the-mill, and I love the pronunciation, the way you pronounce the word, Maliha Jan, run-of-the-mill.
Thank you.
I really liked it. Thank you. Yeah, run-of-the-mill means ordinary, not, something special or exciting. It's run-of-the-mill. This may be a new word for most of you guys, run-of-the-mill.
Yes.
So, next paragraph.
Some people are prepared to put up with a stressful or unpleasant job if it means short-term financial reward. Short-term financial reward means immediate, or its opposite is long-term. Financial reward means money gained.
Exactly. Financial reward, the word financial has to do with money, and financial reward means simply money that you get as, your salary or part of your salary as a reward. So some people are prepared some people are prepared. Note the pronunciation, guys. Prepared. Some people are prepared to put up with a stressful or unpleasant job. Put up, again, this is a phrasal verb. فکر کنم دیگه آخر کتاب که برسیم، اگه برسیم البته، بچه‌ها متخصص phrasal verb ها خواهند شد. Put up with something. The preposition is with. It means to tolerate a situation, bear a situation. تحمل کردن, put up. So some people are prepared to put up with a stressful or unpleasant job if it means short-term financial reward. So another word to say short-term is immediate. Immediate. And as we said, financial reward means money that you have gained. Okay, Malika Jan, go ahead.
Staff morale has been very
Morale
has been very low since the company announced a freeze on pay rises. Morale means amount of confidence felt by a person or group. Our new manager is very keen to encourage teamwork to help us solve problems. Teamwork means working together for a common purpose.
Thank you so much. So, staff morale, morale, as you said, the amount of confidence felt by a person or a group. This is a common word in Turkish too, morale. Staff morale has been very low since the company announced, the pronunciation is announced, since the company announced a freeze on pay raises. A freeze on pay raises. So when the payments are freezed, or when there is a freeze on them, it means that they are in a fixed level for a certain amount of time. There is, no possibility of increasing or maybe decreasing. It is a freeze. It is frozen, البته. It is frozen. So announce a freeze on pay rises. Another word to say, this phrase, a freeze on pay rises, would be with the verb peg, P-E-G. Peg as a verb. So when you peg prices or when you peg salaries, it means that you keep them, you hold them at a fixed level.
Hold something at a fixed level.
Exactly. Our new manager is very keen to encourage teamwork to help us solve problems. Teamwork is, again, crystal clear, teamwork. Our new manager is very keen to encourage. As I told last session, encourage is the American pronunciation, and you would hear British speakers pronouncing it like encourage than encourage. Yeah. So whatever you prefer. Next paragraph.
Is job stability more motivating than an exciting high-risk career? Job stability means not likely to change. After working in the fast-moving fashion industry for 6 years, Sam has decided to look for a career with a better work-life balance. Work-life balance means developing or changing very quickly. The amount of time spent working compared to the amount of time spent doing things you enjoy.
Thank you. So, is job stability? The pronunciation is stability. Yeah. Stable is the adjective. The noun form is pronounced stability. Stability, yeah. Is job stability more motivating than an exciting high-risk career? So when something is stable, it is not likely to change. It is, steady, it's fixed. job stability.
Or you are sure about your job, that you will
exactly
have,
it's permanent.
Permanent, yeah.
It's permanent. After working in the fast-moving fashion industry for 6 years, fast-moving, we had another word for this in earlier units. It was fast-paced. When an environment, when a workplace is fast-paced, or an industry is fast-moving, it means that things change quickly there, and it is not fixed. It constantly changes.
Mm-hmm.
So after working in the fast-moving fashion industry for 6 years, Sam has decided to look for a career with a better work-life balance. So work-life balance, again, it means that there is a certain border between your working hours and your leisure time.
Mm-hmm.
Next sentence, please.
Daniel's job in a dynamic new company is often challenging but exciting. Dynamic means continuously developing. Chloe is demotivated in her current job following recent changes in the finance sector. Demotivated means feeling less enthusiastic about work.
Enthusiastic
about work.
Yes.
She is looking to work in or seeking a career in something more creative, like marketing.
Like marketing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So Daniel's job in a dynamic new company is often challenging but exciting. So when something is dynamic, it means that it's not static, it's not fixed, it changes. So the opposite for the word dynamic is static. Static. S-T-A-T-I-C. Static. یه نکته بگم داخل پرانتز، بچه‌ها که چیزا رو میبینن، لایوا رو میبینن یا حالا بعداً ادیت شدهش رو روی یوتیوب میبینن، گاهن میان فیدبک های خیلی خوبی میدن. من تا حالا توی این 6 درسی که خوندیم و لغت‌های چیزی که گفتم مترادفی که خودم گفتم و تو کتاب نبودن، چون این کتاب بچه‌ای که کتابو دارن میدونن دیگه، گلاس هستش روغنیه، چی میگن، نور که ریفلکت میکنه خطای دید خیلی probable هست. برای همین من اسپل 2 تا از کلمه ها رو چیز گفتم، یک حرفشون رو اینور اونور گفتم. اونایی که یادداشت میکنن حالا بعدن اگه توی چیز مینویسین تایپ میکنین جایی، مثلا توی وردی، گرامرلی چیزی، خودش آندرلاین میکنه دیگه. یکیش predecessor هست، یکیش هم repetitious هست. اینا رو یکی از حرفاشو اینور اونور گفتم. I don't remember exactly کدوماشو، ولی اینا رو یه دابل چک بکنید خودتون.
اوکی.
این از این. ولی static رو درست گفتم. static. S-T-A-T-I-C. آره، متضاد dynamic. Chloe is demotivated. Chloe is demotivated in her current job following recent changes in the finance sector. So when somebody is demotivated, it means that they're feeling less enthusiastic about work. Or let's go through some synonyms. یکیش میتونه باشه if someone is demotivated, we can say they're discouraged. Discouraged. D-I-S, this, پیشوند this به اضافه couraged با ed. Discouraged. همچنین disheartened. Disheartened. البته مترادف دقیقی نمیشن ولی معنیاشون اینجا close هست. Disheartened یعنی کسی که demotivate شده هست. dishearten هم this heart یه دونه en بعدش ed. disheartened.
Okay.
So Chloe is demotivated in her current job following recent changes in the finance sector. She is looking to work in something more creative like marketing. She's looking to, pay attention guys, look to is different than look for. When you look for something, it means that you're, searching for it, okay? But when you look to something, it means that you're thinking about it. You're considering how to, for example, improve something. So these two are different, look for and look to. Or she is seeking a career in something more creative like marketing. So that is with part A. Any questions up to here, Maliha Jan?
No, thank you.
And can I ask you please to read the language help part?
Sure. The next has language help. The next has some words with similar meanings.
The text.
The text has some words with similar meanings connected to work. It is a good idea to learn them in pairs. Example, fast-moving and dynamic for industry or profession. Seeking a career in and looking to work in. Note, we say look to, meaning consider or plan, not look for.
So the same explanation that I gave you a few seconds ago. خب اینجا تیپی داد، یه تیپ دیگه ای هم من بدم. حالا به محضر شما جسارت نشه ملیحه جان، شما خودت استاد زبانی و استراتژیای مطمئنم خاص خودتو داری. برای کسایی که خیلی جدی با ما دارن میخونن که اکثرشون هم کتاب تهیه کردن، من یه تیپی دارم بچه‌ها، یه ادوایسی دارم و اونم اینه که لغت‌ها رو هایلایت کنین، لغت‌های جدیدی که باهاشون مواجه میشیم توی این درس‌ها، حالا چه توی قسمت درسنامه و چه توی تمرین‌ها، و فقط با یه رنگ هایلایت نکنین، رنگ‌های مختلفی رو انتخاب کنین و بهش هم به چشم مثلا بچه بازی و اینا نگاه نکنین. این یه استراتژیه که خودم دیولپ کردم و به من که جواب میده. حالا خواستم که تجربه‌ام باهاتون در میون بذارم. رنگ‌ها رو برای خودتون معنی کنین بچه‌ها. مثلا با رنگ زردی اگه چیزی رو هایلایت میکنین، اگه یه لغتی رو، یه فریزی رو هایلایت میکنین، مثلا برای من رنگ زرد همیشه معنیش اینه که این لغت کلاً برای من جدیده، من قبلا اینو ندیدم، نه ریشش برای من آشناست نه چیز دیگه، این لغت کلاً برای من جدیده، اینو با زرد هایلایت میکنم. پس وقتی که من دارم کتابامو ورق میزنم، کلمه هایی که زرد هستن و مثلا اگه out of time هستم، اولویتم با مرور کردن کلمه هایی که با زرد هایلایت شدن. خب بعد یه سری کلمه ها هستن که برای هممون اینطوریه، از یه جایی آشنان، قبلا دیدیم توی متن‌های مختلفی یا معنی‌های مختلفش رو میدونیم. خب مثلا واژه accommodation یا accommodate، خب یه معنیش که ناظر به چیزه، محل سکونت و اینجور چیز است. خب ولی من یه بار توی متن با یه معنی دیگه ای دیدم، خب و اصلا اونجا سکونت معنی نمیداد. accommodate مثلا children's needs یعنی نیازهای کودکان را برآورده کردن، اونجا برآورده کردن معنی میداد دیگه، هیچ ربطی به اقامت نداشت. خب من اونجا اون چیز نارنجی مثلا هایلایت کردم که این لغت با اینکه برای من آشناست و یک معنی دیگه ازش رو میدونم، ولی اینجا دارم با یه معنی دیگه باهاش مواجه میشم. خب البته مثلا این رنگایی که من معنیشون کردم، شما میتونین که چیز در واقع رنگای مختلف رو داشته باشید. آره، بستگی به تعریف خودتون از اون رنگا داره. بعد یا مثلا این لغت‌های گروه دوم میتونن لغت‌هایی باشن که ریشش براتون آشناست، یا نمیدونم پسوند و پیشوندی که داره معنی رو به شما میرسونه، ولی باز کامل نمیتونین 100% معنی رو ورک اوت کنین ببینین که این چیه. خب دسته سوم لغت‌هایی هستن که خیلی مهمن ولی شما میدونین، من اینا رو همیشه سبز هایلایت میکنم، یعنی وضعیتشون برای من سبزه، با اینکه لغت‌های خیلی گنده‌ای هستن ولی برای من سبزن، یعنی اینا رو کامل 100% میدونم، هم جایی ببینم میفهمم، هم میتونم خودم ازشون استفاده کنم. یعنی اگه نتونم ازشون استفاده کنم فقط معنی رو بفهمم، اینا هم تقریبا میرن جزو لغت‌های نارنجی رنگ میشن، جزو لغت‌های گروه دوم میشن. بعد یه دسته چهارمی هم هست برای من، جمله هایی که خیلی چیزه دم دستی هن، یا کلمه هایی که خیلی دم دستی هن ولی ترکیبشون اکثرا به خاطر کالیکیشن ها یا حرف اضافه هایی که در اون به کار رفته انقدی قشنگه، انقدی تو آینده به درد من میخوره که من هایلایتشون میکنم با آبی یا مثلا صورتی که اینا رو بعدم مرور کردنی هم چشمم بگیره، اینا رو با تکرار بتونم حفظ کنم و بتونم خودم هم تولید کنم توی جمله هام، توی اسپیکینگ یا توی رایتینگ. اگه این استراتژی رو دوست داشتیم به کار ببریم با لغت هاتون، با یعنی پروسه یادگیری لغتتون. به من که کمک کرده، نمیدونم که امیدوارم برای شما هم چیز کنه، ورکاوت کنه، جواب بده. اصلا توی این چیز اگه نگاه کنین، اگه مشخص باشه، من فقط 2 تا لغت وضعیتش برام زرد بوده اون موقعی که اینو میخوندم. یکی لغت همین run of the mill توی پارت A هست، یکی هم اینجا توی چیز پارت B، یه لغتی که الان بهش میرسیم. این تیپی. خب اینم تیک بزنم، نوشته بودم اینجا یه تیپ میدم به بچه ها، تیپ رو دادم. حالا let's move to part B.
Expressions connected with working life. In many countries, women are allowed maternity leave and men paternity leave if they are having a baby. If they adopt a child, then they may have a right to adoption leave. Paternity leave, maternity leave, and adoption leave means time away from work to prepare for and look after a new baby or adopted child.
Thank you so much. So expressions connected with working life. In many countries, women are allowed, the pronunciation is allowed. Women are allowed maternity leave. The pronunciation is maternity. Maternity leave, and men paternity leave. If they're having a baby. If they adopt a child, again the pronunciation is adopt. از واژه adapt different ها، متفاوته. اون با ا هستش، این با اوه. adopt. If they adopt a child, they may have a right to adoption leave. معنی هم که مشخصه دیگه، مرخصی هایی که به دلایل چیز میگیریم، maternity, paternity and adoption leave. When you adopt a child, it means that you take someone else's child as your own child legally. You know, go through all those legal procedures. Okay?
Okay.
But there is another type that you take someone else's child, but not legally. You become their parents just for a short time, and we call it foster. Foster. F-O-S-T-E-R. Foster. And this is more, this is mostly used in British English. If in American English there is a, totally different equivalence for this, I have no idea about that. But British people use this foster word. So if you foster, if you're, for example, foster father or foster mother, you can use it as an adjective too. It means that you're their temporary parents and not legally. Okay.
Okay.
Next part.
What perks? Perks is an informal word. What perks or extra benefits do you get in your job? Perks or benefits means extra things apart apart from salary. Example, a car or a health insurance. What's your holiday entitlement? I get 4 weeks a year. Now, holiday entitlement means a number of days you have the right to take as holiday. Mm.
Mhm. Thank you, Marihajan. What perks? Perks is, as you said, an informal word, and the formal form of it is perquisite. Perquisite. The spelling is P-E-R
Mhm.
Q-U-I
Perqui. Okay.
S-I-T-E. Perquisite. This is formal form of the word. Perk, informal, perquisite, formal.
Okay.
What perks or extra benefits do you get in your job? What's your holiday entitlement? Holiday entitlement, number of days that you have the right to take, as holidays, to take days off. I get 4 weeks a year. Next sentence, please.
Do you get regular salary increments each year? Increments means increase or rises. That's a formal. Increase or rise are formal. Do you get performance-related pay rises? Performance-related means depending on how well you do your job. Do you get an annual bonus? Annual bonus means extra money paid once a year, usually based on good performance. Most people think they are overworked and underpaid. Overworked and underpaid means often said together as an informal, humorous, fixed expression. All right?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So, do you get regular salary increments each year? Regular salary increments. Increment, increase or rise in your payment, which is Oxford Dictionary says that if you get increments, they are regular. They're somehow in contrast with performance related rises. They're regular.
مثلا سالانه افزایش پیدا میکنه. مثلا.
Exactly. Do you get regular salary increments each year؟ یعنی واژه regularly هم اینجا نبود، خود increment واژه regular رو در بر داره. Exactly. Do you get regular salary increments each year? Do you get performance-related pay raises? Or do you get an annual bonus? An annual bonus, extra money paid once a year, usually based on good performance. Okay, most people think they are overworked and underpaid. This is, as we can see in the definition, mostly humorous. Overworked and underpaid. Next part.
Because of the recession, the company announced that there would have to be announced. Okay. The company announced that there would have to be voluntary, compulsory redundancies. People losing their jobs by offering to do so or having no choice. During the strike, the airport managed to continue running with a skeleton staff of volunteers. It means the minimum number of workers needed to keep operating. And the last line, the people on the interview panel at the last job I applied for were so unfriendly that I got very nervous. Interview panel means the group of people interviewing someone for a job.
Because of the recession, in Persian we say rukud. for this recession.
اقتصادی.
Exactly. When the rate of unemployment, when the rate of employment is low, and there aren't a lot of goods available on the market, and so on. So this situation is called a recession. Because of the recession, the company announced that there would have to be voluntary or compulsory redundancies. So redundancy is a situation that companies or factories or other organizations make, some changes and enhancement, and let's, be exact a little bit, reduce the amount of their workers because of, their reasons. We call this redundancy, or another word for it would be lay off. Lay off, yeah, LAY-OFF, redundancy or layoff.
Okay.
So if the redundancy is voluntary, it means that people, say goodbye to their jobs, voluntary. So nobody forces them. But if it's compulsory, it means that it's mandatory. It's a must. They have to. Mandatory, a synonym for compulsory, is spelled MANDATORY. Compulsory or mandatory, not voluntary. So during the strike, the airport managed to continue running with a skeleton staff of volunteers. Skeleton staff means the minimum number of workers needed to keep operating. Skeleton staff. This is a fixed collocation, these two words, skeleton staff. Yeah. The people on the interview panel, we had this in earlier units, interview panel, a group of people while, they're sitting there in the interview session. The people on the interview panel, the last job I applied for were so unfriendly that I got very nervous. So note that we apply for a job. The preposition is for. So that's it with part B and page 18. Now let's go through the exercises. So the first exercise wants us to rewrite these sentences by using words and phrases from the opposite page instead of the underlined words. Maliha Jan, please go ahead.
Do you enjoy working as part of a team? We have to find a synonym for working as part of a team. Yeah.
Okay. Do you enjoy what? How can we paraphrase these words? Working as part of a team. Do you enjoy what, guys? Do you enjoy what?
Yes.
Teamwork. Thank you. So, do you enjoy teamwork? Number 2.
I don't think that earning a lot of money is the key to job satisfaction. We have to replace earning a lot of money with another word. Yeah?
Exactly. I don't think that earning a lot of money is the key to job satisfaction. So how we can paraphrase this one? Earning a lot of money. How can we do that? With which word or words? Earning a lot of money. I don't think that. Maliha John, can I
Yes.
ask you, please?
Financial reward. I wanted to say financial reward. And
Exactly, exactly. Thank you. So I don't think that financial reward is the key to job satisfaction. Thank you. Number 3.
Would you feel nervous giving a presentation to a group of people at interview? A group of people at interview.
میشه خواهش کنم اینو خودت بگی؟
Yes, interview panel.
Exactly.
Panelist.
Thank you. Would you feel nervous giving a presentation to an interview panel? چون اینجا a group آورده پنل رو هم باید باش یه a بیاریم. To an البته چون interview اولش و هست. To an interview panel. Would you feel nervous giving a presentation to an interview panel? Number 4.
Sales staff are often paid extra money each year when they perform well. It should be annual bonus.
Bonus. Yeah, I think so. Sales staff are often paid extra money each year when they perform well. So when you get extra money each year, this is annual. So annual bonus would be the best paraphrase. An annual bonus. Sales staff are often paid an annual bonus when they perform well. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. بچه من دیدم یکی دو تاتون یه سوالایی پرسیده بودین چیز while I was reading part B I think اونا رو اگه امکانش هست آخر لایو یه بار دیگه می نویسین که من بتونم جواب بدم. Sorry. حمله بر بی‌توجهی نشه خدایی نکرده. Number 2. Find expressions on the opposite page which mean the opposite of the underlined words or phrases. So we're going to find the opposites. A rather different exercise since, you know, among the exercises we had up to here. Number 1.
Number 1, a very unusual or exciting job.
A very unusual, exciting job.
Run-of-the-mill job.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Saeed, and thank you, Maliha. If a job is usual, if a job is conventional, ordinary, it's run-of-the-mill. Exactly, run-of-the-mill. A very run-of-the-mill job. Again, these two words are, you know, those of fixed collocations.
Number 2, a person who is highly motivated. The opposite of highly motivated could be demotivated.
Exactly, demotivated. A person who is demotivated. The opposite of highly motivated is demotivated, or the synonyms that I said earlier, disheartened or discouraged.
A rather static and slow-moving profession. You told us. It could be a dynamic profession.
Exactly, dynamic. Thank you, dear Ahmed, for the comment. So, a dynamic profession. Number 4.
A drop in salary. A drop in salary. میشه چیز البته میگم increments. Yeah, increments.
Exactly, increment. A salary increment.
5. Compulsory redundancy.
Compulsory redundancy. So if the redundancy is not compulsory, it's, what is the opposite of compulsory?
Opposite of compulsory. Compulsory.
بچه یک کوچولو سریع لطفاً. The opposite of compulsory?
Yes, voluntary.
Voluntary. Yeah, thank you. Voluntary. خب. Next one.
Number 6, a full staff of workers. Full.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for the answers. What is the opposite of full here? A full staff of workers?
That's it.
Thank you. Skeleton. Skeleton. Or you can pronounce it skeleton. A skeleton staff of workers. Okay.
Okay. Number 7, someone who has a light workload and is paid a lot.
What is the opposite of this? Someone who has a light workload and is paid a lot.
A lot. Light workload and is paid a lot.
Thank you, Said. Overworked and underpaid. Thank you. Someone who is overworked and underpaid. Merci. Number 8.
An automatic pay rise each year.
Automatic. An automatic pay rise each year. Automatic. So, what could be the opposite? An automatic pay rise each year. این میتونه automatic pay rise میتونه مترادف چیزم باشه increment salary increment هم باشه چون اونم regular و automatic هست. Thank you. A performance related pay rise each year. Thank you. Performance related. Exercise 3.
Choose the best word or phrase to complete each sentence. Rafael has done the same job for the last 15 years, and this job will be secure until he retires. For Rafael, job stability or job satisfaction is very important.
So, which one is the correct answer, guys? Rafael, I think the American pronunciation is this way, Rafael. But I'm not 100% sure. Rafael is the Spanish because the origin of the name is Spanish. But I've heard American people pronouncing it like Rafael. Rafael has done the same job for the last 15 years and his job will be secure until he retires. For Rafael, thank you guys. Job stability is very important. Number 2.
Number 2, Kate has good workplace or work-life balance. She never works late and she often finds time to relax with her family or go to the cinema in the evening.
In the evening, okay. Kate has a good workplace or a good work-life balance. Which one? She never works late and she often finds time to relax with her family or go to the cinema in the evening. Work-life balance. Thank you. So Kate has a good work-life balance. She never works late. چقدر قشنگه. She never works late. داشته باشین. And she often finds time to relax with her family or go to the cinema in the evening. توی آمریکایی اکثرا به جای go to the cinema میشنوین که میگن go to the movies or go to the movie theater. به جای سینما اکثرا اینو میشنویم. Next one.
Number three, after graduating from Manchester University, Dan started work in the run-of-the-mill or fast-moving film industry.
Which adjective suits film industry? Run-of-the-mill or fast-moving? After graduating from Manchester University, Dan started work in the fast-moving film industry. Thank you. And 4.
Amy joined the law firm for the bonus. ببین من سیما جون این تلفظ LOW and LAW رو همیشه آنشورم دربارش خیلی چیز گفتم about that.
LOW لو هستش همیشه هم توی انگلیسی آمریکایی هم توی بریتیش LOW لو اوکی ولی LAW توی انگلیسی بریتیش اکثرا اوه لو خب توی انگلیسی آمریکایی هم لوه هم لاه هم میتونیم بگیم لا هم میتونیم بگیم لو
لا Okay, Amy joined the law firm for the bonus or long-term career prospects they offered. It would be hard work for the first few years, but she could later become a senior partner.
So, which one can be the correct answer? Amy joined the law firm for the bonus or for the long-term career prospects they offered? It would be hard work for the first few years, but she could later become a senior partner. Long-term career prospects. Thank you. Maliha June, do you have time?
Yes, I have 7 more minutes.
7 minutes. میخوایی که چیز به کارت برسی تمرین 4 بمونه برای بچه‌ها؟
اوکی که یه موقع نصفه نمونه. باش پس من خداحافظی میکنم. مرسی سیما جون.
Okay. Sorry again. Take care. See you next week. Bye-bye.
See you next week. Bye.
خب. Thank you بچه‌ها. آره number 4 جوابش شد long term. We're gonna do exercise 4 together. So کامنتاتون رو دریغ نکنید. Each sentence, exercise 4. Each sentence in these pairs of sentences contains a mistake. Correct them. So let's correct them. Number 1, she was on a mother leave for 3 months after the birth of her baby. Then her husband took father leave for 3 months. So what are the 2 mistakes in these 2 sentences? What are the 2 mistakes in these 2 sentences? She was on a mother leave. Thank you, Layla. She was on a maternal leave. And then her husband took a paternal leave. Thank you. So she was on maternal leave for 3 months after the birth of her baby. Then her husband took paternal leave for 3 months. میتونیم این 2 جمله رو یه دونه جمله هم بکنیم بگیم که they were on parental leave. They were on parental leave for 3 months after the birth of their baby or after the baby was born. Okay? Thank you guys for your answers. Number 2. Sarah has been on adopted leave since she and Brian welcomed their new 2-year-old child into their family. What is wrong with this sentence? And the next one, Brian took volunteer redundancy from his job, which means he's at home too. What are the two mistakes in these two sentences? نه شماره یک parental leave مستر قاهری parental leave اگه فکر نکنم که parentی گفته باشم parental leave هم برای maternal هم برای paternal به جای دوتای این دوتا میتونیم بگیم parental leave. خب مرسی لیلا. اولین چیز adoption leave هست. مرسی. adoption leave. Sarah has been on adoption leave since she and Brian welcomed their new 2-year-old child into their family. بعدی چیه؟ Brian took آقای بهرانی دقت کنین که adoption ها adopted نباید باشه. Brian took volunteer redundancy به نظرتون درسته؟ یا باید باشه voluntary. Exactly. Thank you, Mr. Qaheri. Brian took voluntary redundancy from his job, which means he's at home too. Number 3. My holiday entitlement. داره داد میزنه که mistake چیه. خب به جای entitlement چی بذاریم؟ My holiday entitlement is 4 weeks a year. The atmosphere in my place for work is very pleasant, so I'm happy. So what are the two mistakes in these two? My holiday چی و همچنین the atmosphere in my Thank you, Saeed. My holiday entitlement. My holiday entitlement is 4 weeks a year. Merci. The atmosphere in my workplace is very pleasant, so I'm happy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Number 4. When I applied for the job, I was looking for join a dynamic team. However, the interview jury gave an impression of complete boredom and lack of interest. So what's wrong with these two sentences? When I applied for the job, I was looking when I applied for the job, I was looking to, thank you. I was looking to join a dynamic team. However, the interview, instead of jury, yes, the interview panel gave an impression of complete boredom and lack of interest. Thank you. Next one, number 5. The factory had to operate with a skeletal staff during the economic crisis. There had been a large number of compulsive redundancies. So what are the mistakes? The factory had to operate with a, instead of skeletal, we should say thank you. Yes, skeleton. The factory had to operate with a skeleton staff. Skeleton or skeleton? Skeleton. The factory had to operate with a skeleton staff during the economic crisis. There had been a large number of compulsory redundancies. Yeah, compulsory or the word that I said, mandatory redundancies. Thank you. And the last one, I get some good perks in my new job. I get a company car and free health security. I get some what? Exactly. Perks. I get some good perks, means extra amount of money, extra benefits. البته extra benefits بهتره. I get some good perks, PERKS, in my new job. I get a company car and a free health insurance. Yes, thank you, Said. Free health insurance. So I get some good perks in my new job. I get a company car and free health insurance. So that is with exercise 4. That is with exercise 4. Now, exercise 5, the over to you part. What does job satisfaction mean to you? Do you think financial reward is more important than job stability or work-life balance?
What does job satisfaction mean to you? Well, I know that there are a lot of standards out there to measure how pleased you are with your career. But for me, first of all, knowing the fact that it doesn't get repetitive is of vital importance. That's why I chose to tutor people rather than becoming a school teacher. So this way I get to meet a lot of new people. Every student comes with a, different story. So it's like a new world. And it's not just me teaching them. We socialize, and I have the chance to learn from my students as well, especially in terms of, how to manage my interpersonal relationships. So the other thing is that if my job is rewarding, then I'm pleased with it. And in teaching English, it really happens, Deep down, at the end of the day, I feel really delighted because my students come to me just, wishing to produce tiny little sentences in English, but seeing them after a few months communicating effectively in English really, really pleases me. Also, I want my job to challenge my creativity, and this is something that happens while teaching people. Sometimes I have to come up with new strategies for different people because people have different levels and different capacity of learning. So just one simple strategy doesn't work out for everyone. So this is somewhere that my creativity gets in, and I really love that. Sometimes I have to make off the cuff decisions, and seeing that, oh, how interesting, how exciting that was, really, really pleases me at the end of the day. I feel like I'm not stuck in a rut. Do you think financial reward is more important than job stability or work-life balance? This is a really hard to answer question. To be honest, job stability isn't really crucial for me because I'm more of an adventurous type of person, and I always seek new stories with new challenges. And comparing financial reward and work-life balance, I think in this case, it totally depends on the job. If it's sort of rewarding and making you feel that, yes, at the end of the day, you've done something really important and worthwhile, so I think definitely it is worth spending a few more hours. But if it's sort of run-of-the-mill job, I think taking care that the line between your everyday life and your career doesn't get blurred, and there is a clear-cut border between them is more important. In that case, I will go with this.